Hello everyone, fifth time recording this because I wasn't happy with the other recordings. Try and not waffle too much. So, updates for the new year. So we went to war with Susan, and as much as we did get their optics, we got them responding to us loads. It seems like nothing is really happening at the moment. They're not doing anything. They're just giving us the same runabout of, oh, we're sorry about this. We understand your frustration, but you're going to have to verify your age. I've talked to a bunch of people about this, and more or less the whole idea is, look, you can't really rebuild the channel that quickly, so it's best me just caving eventually. I'm gonna leave it a little while longer and see whether I get anything out of this. If not, I'm gonna have to cave because I don't want to lose what I've built up. So that's the deal with YouTube so far. I know it's a bit sad after we announced that we were going to war and we put up a good effort. But if YouTube ain't budging, and there's not much we can do about it. Hands are feeling really good at the moment. I feel like with me only doing like little bits here and there in terms of like a couple of hours every other day, like so take a break, do something, and experiment for 2 hours, then take a break the next day. I feel like that's good because it gives me a good idea as to how I'm doing. Generally, overall, they're feeling a lot better and more relaxed and less strained when I'm just sat around, which is great. It's a great improvement over how they used to be. Again, because of you guys' concern about everything, I'm going to keep track of everything and do as little as possible to help them heal over the long term. Ideally, I'd like to get an X-ray or something like that to get a proper look at this. And I did say I wanted to go private with doctors to try and get somebody to actually look and check this properly. The whole problem is it's hard to get hold of anybody at the moment, and obviously with the pandemic, nowhere's really doing any X-rays, so this just had to happen at like the worst possible time. In terms of channel and content, I'm slowly picking up content again and trying to make it for you guys so I can schedule it all. I've said this before, but the idea is to go back to some anime that we've already covered and do another take on it, especially with me reading a lot more manga related to those. I want to do some of my favourite content this year and get that out without anybody really complaining to me. I've had a couple of complaints over Discord ages ago about, how I do things or word things, so I'm going to have to be careful with certain things, but I really want to put forward more videos like I used to where they were full of passion and excitement, so there'll be a lot more anime breakdowns in future. There'll be targeted demographic content, so obviously more Gundam stuff, more anime related stuff. I've got my indie stuff on the side, which is going really well. At the moment, I'm in this sort of mentality where if I touch Blender for even a moment, that's it. I'm gone for like 8 hours trying to fix stuff or get stuff done. So I'm very busy with that. We're in terms of the entire project, we're getting into beta now, where we're building up the entire level and seeing how it all works together and then refining content and stuff. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm really excited for it. I've got a load of outlets and indies on Twitter that are retweeting stuff and keeping an eye on the content. So it's not just like smaller, just individual developers. There are groups of people watching. There's, I think, PC Gamers watching me as well, which is, I think, a UK outlet that reviews stuff that was really interesting. We are doing work on Mechanites as well. Things are going slow at the moment because we're waiting for a progression build, which is basically the full version of the game with no cheats in it, so that we have to play through it normally over and over and over again. Once that comes out, we'll be hitting testing like crazy, and you'll see a lot more test logs with updates. As for the last major update that Mechanites had, everything looks absolutely fantastic at the moment in terms of a rework of the main UI for the mission select. Everything in terms of selecting parts in the shop has been made better. Overall, it's just been a little bit more streamlined. We've got a little bit more frame rate in some of the levels. It's a bit more optimized. Jin, the developer, is very, very good at listening to feedback and then working on stuff. He's implemented some new stuff recently to help figure out what the deal is with frame rate and optimizing. So optimization is yet one of the other things that we're going to have to focus on towards launch. The only other thing that's been really done with Mechanites is people just asking me, like, are we focusing on certain parts of testing? Like, for instance, are we taking speedruns into account? Because we can get some really interesting results from those. as is evident with me posting up some speed runs and devs reacting to them recently. And yeah, we'll be doing some speed runs at some point of Mecha Knights and seeing if we can and whether that creates any other problems. So that'll be interesting. My idea with the channel overall this year is to slowly work my way back up. I think I mentioned this in another video, but it's to slowly work my way back up to full content. This is all based on whether my hands heal slowly or fast. The idea is to get back on GBO 2 and Gundam Breaker 3 and Mass Builder, the main three things that this channel was built on, and use those as a backbone to really kind of push back onto YouTube and see if we can get Susan and the algorithm to pay more attention to us and get some more people up in here, get some more views. We're going to continue with time mining content because it's nice and relaxing for the moment for my hands. And apart from that, I want to try and get more people on, just to have general chats. People have been on about doing some like roundtable stuff or podcast stuff. I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm open to those sort of ideas at the moment. It's just a case of not forcing them on me while I'm trying to do, everything else in the meantime as well. Very busy man this year. So yeah, that's about it. That's all the stuff that's going on at the moment. Then of course we've got the GBO2 kit project. It's on hold at the moment because of my hands yet again. A lot of stuff related to my hands that's kind of on hold, and I'm taking it easy. The same with the MA40 nerf stuff. That's on hold for the moment until my hands feel okay or a little bit better. Again, these are things where I kind of do a little bit on and then see how my hands react and then go from there. So, hopefully we should get quite a lot of stuff done this year. A lot of exciting things planned and in the works at the moment, like I was saying. So it's going to be interesting. The main overall thing to take away from this is, yes, I have listened to you guys, and I am actually taking care of myself at the moment. It's hard to resist the urge to just dive back into things and see whether I can go full speed ahead. But with the occasional sort of pain in my hands now that reminds me, yeah, you shouldn't do that, dude. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm reminded of not to go diving in head first, and then I immediately kind of stop myself and go, okay, I need to listen to everybody again. So yeah, everything's going to be a bit slow. I'm sorry you guys haven't got tons of content like we've had the past couple of years. I'm sorry I've not been able to join you on GBO. Trust me, I am more than upset about that, but hopefully I can get back in the game eventually. I've been missing out on loads. Anyway, like I said, lots of exciting stuff to come. I don't want to be repeating myself, so I'll get back to work now for you guys, and I hope you enjoy the content that comes out and all the work that we do, and I shall see you again in other videos and in the comments section. And for anybody that continues to support us and keeps leaving likes and comments and stuff, thank you very much. It keeps the channel alive, and I really do appreciate it, especially considering all the BS we've had recently at the beginning of the year. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.